course I care about my mission. That's the number one reason why I do what I do. Some of the daily mantras that I like to live by are you can't be what you can't see. As a woman of color, I feel like I didn't have enough women growing up that I could look up to that were in executive positions, that were entrepreneurs, that were taking the risks. I always saw them in like the safest places. And so for me, I try to be what I was missing when I was younger. Just trying to be a role model for younger women of color and showing them that they have the ability to be in the rooms that they want to be as entrepreneurs, as women, as mothers, whichever identities they, want to think about, they have those abilities to kind of place themselves where they see fit, and where they see that they belong. The meta answer, what does money mean? When I first started my company, I didn't think that I wanted to create a $1 billion business. I created because I saw that a lot of tech companies founders weren't creating for immigrant women and minority owned restaurants. And so for me, what was important was how can I create for a community that's never really listened to or asked questions? And so when I think about money, that wasn't my goal. My goal was I was on a mission to create for people that were underrepresented. And the money was a secondary factor because obviously I need money to reinvest in the company and to grow and to continuously scale and create for the people that I founded the company for. But at the end of the day, you cannot create without capital. And you see that when you think about the founders that are on the covers of all of these magazines, they do have access to capital. It's not as simple and as easy as like, yeah, I don't care about money. I care more about like my mission. Of course I care about my mission. This is the number one reason why I do what I do. But at the end of the day, without capital, I can't continue. I can't build a business on feeling good about the world. One of my irrational fears probably comes more around parenting than it probably does as an entrepreneur. I think I've been through enough as an entrepreneur to feel like no matter what I fear there's probably some truth to it. But as a parent, I always feel like I'm going to mess my kids up in the sense that I have been conditioned as a human to have certain flaws. And I feel like every single one of those flaws that I have is probably going to pass on to my kids. And I don't think that that's necessarily true, but it's definitely this fear that I have inside. And so as a parent, one of the things that I try to instill in my kids is to embrace their individualities and their identities to the maximum, and to take those unique factors to turn them into who they want to be. So yeah, I would say an irrational fear is probably just seeing too much of myself in my kids.